Hey everybody, it's Teresa. Welcome to my channel. I'm going to make a necklace today, and I'm going to use some of the beads that came in the most recent dollar bead box, the one for May 2024. I'll put a link in the corner of this video and in the description box below to the unboxing video I did for this subscription in case you want to watch it, where I go over everything that came in the box. I have a coupon code. It's THJ2, and I'll put it on the screen here and in the description box below, along with a link to the page to sign up for the subscription if you're interested. The coupon will save you $2 off your first box if you sign up. In here I've got the opaque red check glass coin beads that came in the box, and the two check glass tabular oval beads that came in the box. In here I've got the 10mm check fire polish beads that came in the box, and in here I've got the check glass twisted oval beads that came in the box, the dark red ones. From my stash I've got some bead caps. I'm going to be using some 11/0 silver seed beads to space out the beads. Got my bead stopper. I've got some findings in here. I've got 2 pieces of chain, a little piece of extender chain, a lobster clasp, 2 2x2 crimp tubes and 2 wire guardians, 3 4mm jump rings, 1 8mm jump ring, a ball head pin, and a little black bead that I got out of my bead soup that I'm going to use to hang off the extender chain as a dangle. I've got my soft flex beading wire in fine. It's this is 21 strand, and it's satin silver is the color. I'm going to be using my chain nose pliers, my tweezer pliers, my round nose pliers, both pairs of my bent chain nose pliers, both pairs of my crimping pliers, both pairs of my cutters, my flat nose pliers, and I've already used my memory wire cutters to cut my chain. That sounds like a lot of tools for what's going to be a really simple necklace. A lot of those tools I'll only be using when I make the little dangle to go off the end of the extender chain. And I have my little Norley shot glass to put my wire in when I cut it off. I think that's everything. I'll try to put links in the description box below to everything I can find links for that didn't come in the box. So hold on, I'll get some of this out of the way and I'll be back. Okay, I've got my beads out here now, and I'm going to string this. And a lot of times I just go ahead and string it and then come back and tell you what my pattern is afterwards, but there's not really going to be much of a pattern to this because it's going to be quite asymmetrical. So I thought I'd go ahead and string it on camera here with you. And I've got my bead stopper on my bead stringing wire. I've still got it attached to the spool. I just usually do that when I know what my pattern is going to be, because I kind of feel like I don't waste as much wire that way. So I'm going to put one of these oval beads on here. Well, I think I am. And then I'm going to do an 11/0. And then one of these twisted oval beads. And an 11/0. Twisted oval bead. An 11/0. Twisted oval bead, and an 11/0. I'm going to do a bead cap, a fire polish bead, and a bead cap, and an 11/0. Then I'm going to do one of my coin beads, an 11/0. A bead cap, fire polish bead, a bead cap, an 11/0, and then a twisted oval bead, an 11/0, bead cap, fire polish bead, bead cap, 11-0, twisted oval bead, 11-0, bead cap, fire polish bead, and a bead cap, 11-0, twisted oval bead, 11-0, bead cap, fire polish bead, bead cap, 11-0, do a coin bead, 11-0, coin bead, 11-0, coin bead, 11-0, bead cap, fire polish bead, bead cap, 11-0, twisted oval bead, 11-0, twisted oval bead, 11-0, and my oval, big oval bead. So that's what I've got. So now I'm going to get my crimp beads and wire guardians and crimp it, so I'll be back. Okay, I've got my crimp tubes and my wire guardians here now, and I'm going to crimp. So I'm going to put one of my crimp tubes on here. And one of my wire guardians. Go down the other channel of my wire guardian. Back into my crimp tube. I'm going to hold my wires apart so they don't get crossed, because when I crimp I want both of my wires to land in its own little channel of that crimp tube, and if they're crossed they won't do that. I must have tried to use this wire guardian for something else because it's already tucked in. I usually tuck them in, but it's already tucked in pretty good. So I'm gonna take these crimping pliers, and I'm gonna take that part there that has the tooth. I'm gonna lay the tooth on top of my crimp tube and squeeze. That separates the little wires, puts them each in their own little channel there. Now I'm going to go in, there's 3 half circles on each side. I'm going to go into the middle one. That's the one for the 2x2 crimp tubes. I'm going to lay my crimp in there. Squeeze. Give it a good tight squeeze. I'm going to tug. That's good. So now I'm going to cut off my extra wire. Now I'm going to this off of my spool. And I'm going to crimp on this side. It's a little bit harder to crimp on this side, but I'll put my crimp tube on, and my wire guardian. Go down the other channel of my wire guardian. Back through my crimp tube. And if I can, I like to go through a bead on this side to get my hands out of the way when I'm trying to crimp and to center my wire guardian over my last bead. And I don't know if I left myself enough wire to do this with or not, because I gotta get through that big long bead. See. Pull that through some more. See if I can get down through there and out the other end. There we go. Now I'm going to hold on to my wire guardian and pull my wire through. Trying to make sure my wires are not crossed in there. Now I don't want there to be any gaps in my piece, but I don't want it to be too tight either. I usually just leave it coiled up like that, and it keeps it from being too tight. So I'm going to take my crimping pliers and use the part with the tooth again. Lay my tooth on top of the crimp tube. Squeeze. Now I'm going to go on the part with half circles again. And lay my crimp in there. Always seems to want to twist around on me on this side and not cooperate. Especially when I'm on video doing it. Okay, let's turn around this way and see if I can do it this way. Well, it's just determined that it does not want to cooperate with me today. There we go. Got it that time. Okay, now I'm going to tug. That's good, so now I'm going to cut off my extra wire. So, that's what I've got now. So I'm going to get my findings, put my findings on, so I'll be back. Okay, I've got my findings I'm going to put on here now. And this part, after I crimped it, it comes to a little bit over 11 inches, about 11¼ inches. And these little pieces of chain are not hardly 4 inches each. And I've got some 4mm jump rings. I'm just going to take one of my 4mm jump rings and open it up and put on my chain. And put on this side of my necklace. Close my jump ring back up really well. Now I'm going to take another 4mm jump ring. Open it up, put my other piece of chain on. Put on this side of my necklace. Close it up. Okay, now I'm going to take another 4mm jump ring. Open it up. Put it on this end of my chain and put my lobster clasp on. Close my jump ring back really well. Now I've got an 8mm jump ring, and I'm not sure if it'll go through this chain or not. If it doesn't, I'll have to use a 4mm jump ring to get it on here with. Yeah, it goes on there okay. Now I got a little piece of extender chain. I don't think it's about 1.5 inches, a little over 1 inch, but probably not hardly 1.5 inches. Put that on there. Close my jump ring back really well. Now I'm going to take this little bead that I got out of my bead soup and put it on my ball head pin. And I'm going to go to the tip of the pliers, bend over at a 90-degree angle, around those pliers and put them in the crook of the bend, around those pliers facing me, bend the wire back till it hits the bead, rotate the pliers till they're facing the table, take this part under here until it hits the bottom of the tool, kink the wire back until the loop is centered over the bead, take my bent chain those pliers and hold onto my loop, bring this wire down, take my other pair of bent chain those pliers and start to wrap. I want to make sure to get that first wrapping under the bottom of the loop and not over the top of the bottom of the loop. I'm just going to wrap till there's no more room to wrap. I'm going to take my cutters, and I use a different pair of cutters for head pins and eye pins and craft wire than I do for bead string and wire. Cut off an extra wire. And I use these crimping pliers. I use the little half circles on each end to tuck in the burrs when I cut off wire. Now I'm going to take my flat nose pliers. If I can ever open my extender chain and thread on my little dangle, I'd rather do that than try to wrap it to the extender chain, because it's just easier for me to, I'm not real good at wrapping things to things. So I'm going to open the end of my extender chain and thread on my little dangle. Close my link back. So there we go, I'm all done. And that's what I have. Asymmetrical necklace. Sometimes I'm just in the mood to do asymmetrical. So hold on, I'll get some of this stuff out of the way and I'll see if I can get this laid out better, and I'll be back. Okay, there's my necklace all done. I got a new bust here, display bust, to put these on that kind of lays down flatter than the ones I had before. I thought it might be better to show these at the end when I get done with them, or when I do finished jewelry and things like that. It might be better because it kind of shows more what it would look like around the neck. And so I'll probably be using this whenever I can, whenever I don't make necklaces that are tremendously long like I tend to do. Probably wouldn't work very well on the really long necklaces like I do sometimes, or a lot of the times. Like I said, if you all are not subscribed to the Dollar Bead Box and you decide you want to be, that coupon code will save you $2 off your first box if you sign up. I hope you all have enjoyed this video. As always, thank you so much for joining me today. I really appreciate those of you who have subscribed to my channel and watched my videos and liked and commented on my videos. I have a website where I sell my jewelry. I also sell gift cards and some extra beads and bindings that I have. It's Teresa's Handmade Jewelry, and I'll put a link to it in the description box below in case you're interested, along with a link to my Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, and my email. If you haven't, I'd really love it if you'd subscribe and hit the notification bell so you're notified when I upload a new video. So until next time, I hope y'all have a great day. Take care.